It's a beautiful day in SkitLanta. It's a beautiful day in SkitLanta. Isn't it a beautiful day, everyone? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome to Sharon Review. It's a beautiful day. Oh my goodness. Well, it wasn't nothing major happened and away from the podcast. I did a premiere, but I haven't uploaded it as yet for you guys. With Lauren, of course, saying that she's the first lady, like she's in the church or something, but or she's the president wife. She's nobody's wife. Oh my goodness, I just have to laugh at myself. Want it. So let me send you an invite. I just remember. Ooh, goddess, you thought I forget it. Oh my goodness, goddess. I'm looking for you. Yep, there you are. So if you can be gracious and be my co-host today. I think Annette will also be my co-host. I'm not sure yet, but the invite is out. I know Charmaine has to go to her aqua fitness. Oh God, I wish I could do that to myself. Okay, so goddess, it's in your email. Okay, so it is a beautiful day in SkitLanta. It wasn't much going on. I know they're showing us Grandma with Mike. Honestly, guys, I haven't watched it with Grandma and Mike. Sorry. So I can't review it because I don't know. But you guys can tell me what happened in there. Whoever watched it can come up if you like. And you guys can come up here, okay? And then to top it off, also is that who else is there? I know my beloved is on the screen there, Rone. Oh my goodness. He is such a delicious specimen, eh? Nice, nice, nice. Yes. Whew. Okay, let me behave myself now. Oh, Lordy Lord. Oh, let me behave myself. I think I need to drink my medicine. Yeah. Yeah, let me drink some of that to calm Ron is giving me a hot flash now, guys. He's definitely he's giving me hot flashes. Oh Lordy Lord. Okay, Stephanie Mack, you're laughing at me, eh? Oh Lordy Lord. And then Marianne says, I'm glad Ron and are in the skit together. I think they're both writers. Yeah, that's what I heard that they're both writers. Yes. But this is delicious. So now let me just I'll let a couple more of you guys come on in and then I will definitely do the roll call, right? So we have a very interesting day. So we're gonna do some recap. All right, we can recap anything you wanted and so forth. And where is Goddess? Is Goddess in the building? All right, so she's my only moderator. So Goddess have to stay in the chat for now until another moderator comes in. Then Goddess, you can come up if you want to. Yes. So Eklund is in the house. So welcome in Eklund. So did we do a word of the day this morning? I don't think so, right? So let we do the Monday quote. Mm. Okay, so Arnold Schwarzenegger says it's about more than positive thinking. The mind is the limit as long as the mind can envision the fact that you can do something, you can do it. As long as you really believe 100%. So happy Monday, everyone. All right, so with that being said, my lovelies, it is indeed a wonderful day. So now, I noticed that Amber, we have to just touch on that. We're just doing an overall recap of the skit of Kountry Wayne. That's what we're reviewing. And I'm here wondering, did you saw the look on her face? She seems very down. And I thought I've been waiting to see if we're going to see a convo between her and Wayne, or we're gonna see her with Dave and Dave show her is the mansion that he bought for her. So I was waiting to see if that skit would drop, but I haven't seen anything. So I say, you know what? I will definitely recap my beloved, and he is on the screen. All right. And oh, Lee, I wonder if my Lee is in the chat there. Okay. So I get distracted easily, guys. Okay, so I noticed that was not looking the brightest, and I'm here wondering if is it the conversation between her and her lawyer, and she have it in her head that way that Denisha is telling her husband to give her peanuts. So is that make her spirit down? Oh, you're here, Lee? Okay, awesome. Lee, I still never get your email, so I could send you the link. But if you are available, I will put you in here. All right, I'll put the link there so you can come up and we can do this. You'll be my co-host with me until somebody else comes up for Goddess, because Goddess is the only moderator we have in the chat. So I'll leave her there for now. So Goddess, don't think I forget about you. You can come when you're ready. Okay, Lee, just relax. You don't have to come now. All right. So, and then we're gonna leave Rone for now, deliciousness there for now. And so let me just greet you guys in, whoever is here for now. So we just greet you guys. And then as everyone come on in the room, we can greet them as they come on in. And please remember, guys, to hit the like button. Okay, my darlings? You guys hit the like button for me. That would be really appreciated. Okay, so I have to make sure that my phone is off. Bring it off, volume off, everything. Okay. So now, good. I am good. So Eklund is in the house. Welcome in Eklund, Sabrina, Marianne West, Goddess London. We have Eklund, Dion. Welcome in. Hi Jeff. How are you doing? Tracia, Steffi Mack. We have Lee in the house. All right. And it's your girl. It's your girl, Ayana. Okay. Okay. Hi, darling. Welcome in. And okay. So we have you guys. I have 22 watching. So I guess I will have you guys will surprise me today. And actually, everyone hits the like button. That will be awesome. Okay, my lovelies. Okay, so now with Rone, right? And Damien. I do like those two guys. They're fantastic actors. I do love them. Their skits are fire. I do love Rone with Sade or PR. It doesn't matter to me which one is with him. And but the chemistry is more with him and Sade. I love that better. That's my opinion. And the advice that Damien gave Rone, in my opinion, is that should you tell the truth? And you know something, guys? You see, when I'll leave that to myself. I need to hear what you guys have to say. Hi dear Jeff, welcome. Oh, hi dear Marvis. I think I said hi to Jeff already. They stand on business with their woman. Yes. But sometimes you see the truth can break a relationship or it can make it better. But since as it was involved with PRE, I think it's best he come clean because PRE would cause an issue, right? But Damien advice was not wrong in some sense. In some sense, it's good to just take certain things to your grave. You just leave it there, buried it there. But in this situation between him and PRE, that has to come to the forefront. But I love the convo between these guys. They were keeping it 100. So let's get into it here.
You told him. You told him. I told you not to do it too. It's like you want to listen to me, but you don't want to listen to me.
And Damien is right. Him tell him something and he didn't listen to him. Right? He did not listen to Damien. Why? Because he wants to be truthful. He wants to have a good relationship with Sade. Sometimes that helps, sometimes it doesn't. In this instant, it's kind of is a rocky road there, but sure, they does are there to say no matter what. So as I said, in this SkitLanta street, anything is possible. You know what I mean? So let's see what you guys are saying here. So Goddess says, good evening, dear Dion. And Marian West says, remedy right by telling Shardy the truth about PR. Definitely, he has to do that. And then Marvis says, good afternoon, everyone. Jeff says, they stand on business with their woman. Definitely, that is true. And good evening, dear D. Welcome, Indian. And Goddess says, it's your girl. Good evening. All right. And then please hit the like button. Thanks. Thank you, guys. Marianne says, why do people expect her to be jolly all the time? Can she have an off day? She doesn't have to be 100% happy jolly every second of the day. Let's give her some grace. Marianne, what I am saying, and I know it's me saying this, what I am saying, she was sad, and I was wondering why she was sad, right? And then I remember what her lawyer said to her. That would get me down. That will make me feel into my feelings and say, you know what? I meant nothing to him. That's what I'm talking about at the end of the day. I this is my opinion, so I am just stating a fact. She can be in her feelings and says, you know, you mean to tell me, say, all these years I've been with this person, I take him back with his baby mother and his child, and I have his back when he had nothing. And the mean to tell me says I worth nothing to him, just 196,000. That's what I'm worth. $4,000 a month. That can't even pay my car payment a month, my car note. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm talking about. All right, Marianne. So don't come for me. Thank you very much. All right. Then Marianne says here, Mike told his grandmother that the lady might be married. His grandma says the Lord works in mysterious way. I know, eh? These grandparents, Marian, they do like. All right, so I'm glad Ron and are in the skit together. Okay, together. I think they're both writers. Yes, that's what I heard. No, they always get into trouble for telling for lying. Okay, Marian said he's from the streets, so lying probably comes natural for her. So yes, I think so too. Guys, do you think lying come naturally for D? So let's vote on that. We need to vote on that, guys, because this is something else. Does lying come first to D? Hmm. Nope, that's not what I want to poll. Do you believe anyway, I'll think of something. Sometime my brain, I need to pull a good sentence, but let me see. But Sharon, Amber tells Anthony that she with bigger and better and richer. Yes, Paris. But remember what I told you guys. It's not say the money per se. Yes, she may have a guy that is richer and bigger with it's just to hurt Anthony feelings, right? But at the end of the day, when you're with somebody for so long and you have them back, and yes, Amber is the one who wanted the divorce, you have, and then to see what he's willing to give you than what he's giving versus what he's giving other people. That will make you get into your feelings and you will reconsider and says, my God, I meant nothing to him. That mean he never loves me all these time. And I'm here pouring into him, uplift him, and look what he did with my best friend. So that will play a toll on you. You know what I mean? So I understand all of that part too, the other side of the coin. Because remember, we're woman first and we have feelings. And when we give our all, we give our all. You know what I mean? Especially when you're not a scammer. And of course, Anthony said to her, says, you can have anything I have. Everything is yours. But you know, say I lie Mattel because him hide some stuff. But whatever money in the account, Amber can spell it. She have. He was even willing to give her 250,000 to stay with him. Remember? Hi, dear Sabrina. Welcome in sub says. The whole plan is that he wants her to stay. He never wanted this divorce. She's the one that wants to leave him. Yeah, I understand. So he's punishing her. And then Suzette says, but Sharon, Amber did tell Anthony that she went bigger and better. Yeah, she did. But remember, I also tell you guys, she wants to have her own. No matter what, guys, Amber still loves her husband, but she wants him to show that he actually loves her, to give her a good settlement, something that she don't have to look to nobody else for. One thing can say about the Wayne character, when he done with somebody, it's either them him set them up, him elevated them when they leave his life. It's not like with Anthony, it's like saying one Amber to fall flat to the ground and people to trample on her when Amber doesn't want that. She doesn't want nothing from Dave, as you guys can see. I'm calling a spade a spade. She wants to have her own, and that mean her husband money. Because at the end of the day, that's what she want, her husband money. She don't want it from her husband money. Right? Because it is what it is. And then Marian says, still get what I deserve, regardless of what I told Anthony. Yep, yep, yep. All right. Please hit the like button. Thanks, guys. All right. So good evening. Good evening. And then Marian says, that's Sabrina. The only reason Anthony doesn't want the divorce is to save his money, not truly because he loves Amber. And why do you think I said what I said, Marian? Because that makes her feel a way to say it's finally sinking into her that he actually never loves her. Yeah, that's my take on that part. Hi, dear fam. How are you doing, Rhonda? Welcome in. Please like, share, subscribe to Sharon underscore Rika review. Okay, awesome. So let's see here. So let me put away my lovelies. Okay, so here is Marian says, I thought he would have remembered the 250 and after that, but he let his lawyer tell him 100K. Marian, remember, he's not going to remember anything that is good for Amber. He's only in his feelings and he's only going to get back at her. It's just to hurt her feelings. Trust me, why do you think he went to talk to Dave that day? It's because he's in his feelings and he wants to see Amber broken because Amber lawyer make a gamble and that was not in the good best interest for Amber, in my opinion. And he went over there with say, oh, I'm going to get my phone. What was he going to record? Maybe record seeing Amber broken. But God didn't make she look broken when she shows up. You know what I mean? And it is what it is then. I bet the differ Marian West he loves her. Okay, Sabrina. Awesome. Hi, dear Lee. So nice for you to.
Hi, how you doing, Miss Sharon?
I am good, darling. Welcome in. Please tell us what your take is on the recap that we're doing.
Yeah, I was listening to a few things you were saying about Damien and Rome.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the part that I got is that you correct on both parts of people telling the truth and people keeping things a secret. And I feel like if you don't tell the truth, you're gonna be feeling guilty, and then there is gonna be your conscience and conviction gonna come to you for you to tell the truth. And if you do tell the truth, it's a relief. It will be like a burden off your shoulders. You know, it's good
Mm-hmm.
to do that so that way you don't have nothing in your heart against anyone, or you have burned the bridges from the past or from the current situation that you're in.
Yeah, well said. Well said, Lee. I love that.
And then
Okay.
for the Amber, when you were talking about the Amber,
Mm-hmm.
how she's feeling down, I agree
Mm-hmm.
with you too. Is because I believe the same thing you believe is the lawyer telling her something, but I know Amber herself feel like the lawyer is not helping her to win this case. She always feels that she's winning, but it don't seem that way.
Mm-hmm.
Certain days she's happy and joyous that her lawyer is giving her all these advice, but it's not really working out, and she's trying to figure out what she can get out of Anthony, and she doesn't want this offer, but she will have to come to a conclusion on something.
Exactly. Well, dear, said Lee.
Yeah.
anytime we say something, I notice with the Amber fans, the fanatic, the one them that goes the number three, the level three Amber fans. If you say something, even if it's in a negative, in a positive light, they will put it as a negative. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I can see that she's down. You know what I mean? Yes, you don't have to be happy, but we know oh Amber is a very joyous woman. So of
Mm-hmm.
course, anybody gonna be in their feelings, and we have to touch on that. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? She looks sad, and that was a nugget. What is she thinking? And the
Mm-hmm.
only way I can do is to put myself in that character and says, okay, this is what I meant to my husband. I meant nothing to my husband. You mean
Mm-hmm.
say all this time Shayla is better than me? That's why I went to Shayla. She's gonna
Mm-hmm.
feel away because she's been questioning that too and says, "Oh, was it when he was with you? Did you
Mm-hmm.
enjoy it? How did you guys?" You know what I mean? It makes her feel away. Says she was not enough for this man. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
she is gonna be in her conviction again in the flesh, thinking that what she's doing with Dave is better because Anthony shows her is an everyday that she is less than. And that's
Mm-hmm.
all I am commenting on. And I should be able to say the positive, even the negative, what we may see on the Amber character or the negative. If we can bash Anthony, like saying calling a spade and Anthony, we
Mm-hmm.
should be able to say the same about Amber.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You
Correct.
know what I mean? So it is what it is. I'm a woman number one first. I don't know what guy feel, but if I was in Amber shoes, the character, I will definitely feel less than to say, oh my God, I meant nothing to him.
Yeah, especially she's the one that was putting in a lot of the work for taking him back because she took a lot of the backlash, a lot of the,
Disrespect, the
yeah,
embarrassment.
disrespect and everything. He was
Mm-hmm,
just he just came in like an innocent person taking her back because he
mm-hmm,
didn't work for it. He didn't show her. He didn't even apologize. Nothing
mm-hmm.
in the way that she wanted, the real way, which is he needed time for himself. They both need time to themselves, but she just try her best to like do it as a godly person and say, "I'll
Mm-hmm.
take you back, for this reason, for the vows, for that."
Okay, thank you, dear Lee. Your speed truth. And well said again. Well said. I just love this honesty from a guy too. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, if when we're doing a review, because as bad as these chat family think, they're reviewing it too, just as me, with all the comment that they're making too. We're all reviewing the skit together. You know.
Exactly.
So we
Mhm.
have to give it a fair review whenever we are doing it, regardless if you love her or you hate her or whatever. And even with Shayla character, how do you find the Shayla character?
The Shayla character, I would say, is like up and down because, um, and then she is, like I said, she's already in a bad position because of how her mother has trained her, and it's
Mm-hmm,
getting to the point where she doesn't see other people's hurt or other people's feelings. She just
mm-hmm,
goes at it like a straight shot. She don't care who's in the way, like a bullet. And so when she tells you as it is, even though it can be the truth sometime, but at the same time, she's not even seeing herself, what she's causing herself, like, personally, how she affecting her own self with how she's moving, you know. So the Shayla character for me is like 1 minute she always up and down, like I said. It's hard to put your finger on Shayla character.
Shirley. Okay. Hi there, Shirley. Welcome in. Welcome in, Suzette. I think Suzette first was here already. Hi there, Lily. Welcome in. Anna Jones, welcome in. All right. Well said, dearly. And you're so right. Delusional. Hi there, Charmaine. Charmaine is in the chat because she
Hi,
has
Charmin.
yeah, she has to
Everyone.
go to the aqua fitness. Yes. Welcome in, Char. Yes. So with that being said, now with Shayla, they need to crush her. I can't wait. I'm dying to know. You know, I am just tasting whatever gonna come Shayla way. I'm wondering, is it going to be on the podcast? Will
Mm,
they out Delicia and
mm.
Iman on the podcast, or
Eh,
will it be Tamara find out about Iman and Delicia first? You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
and that's why I asked that question a while back. Is Shayla gonna have a double karma because there's so many things that is affecting her, and like I said, the Iman and her. Then you have the other ones that you mentioned. So she has a lot on her.
Is my home girl. Yeah, she's
Mm,
the lead, but I am the lead actually, because I'm with Wayne. So all along, yeah, that's what I should pull. All along will Lauren and Wayne relationship last, because she starts showing her color. Remember, she had questioned him now about the Tamara. Oh,
mm-hmm.
what were you and Tamara talking about? And that takes Wayne aback, because you seem have that look on him just deflected and say, "Oh, she was giving gratitude and so forth." Did you see the chemistry between Tamara and Wayne there when they were speaking?
Yeah,
And how
yeah,
did you like that conversation?
yeah. I would say Tamara, like you said, she did a good thing by and giving him gratitude. And I believe it's part of her father, that really opened her eyes and also give her words of encouragement. Because
Mm-hmm.
if she wasn't gonna have no words of encouragement, she would be the same Tamara, just going off on Wayne and on everybody and having a bad day with everybody. But I believe it was from her father, then comes Wayne that opened her eyes on a lot of things. But the chemistry is still there, and
Mm-hmm.
hopefully in Skitland, who knows, with Lauren and him, it might not work out, and he might go back to Tamara.
Yeah, I think he would, because he can see the light within her. Even me, we can see that right now happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it is. Hold on there, hold on, hold on. I just saw something from my beloved, and she really think I'm gonna buy that. You know what I mean? Goddess landed. Goddess landed. Goddess, what am I gonna do with you? Goddess says, my phone is acting up. That's okay. That's okay. I have Lee up here with me. She promised me, say, "Oh, Sherry and I will co-host tomorrow." Okay, no big deal. I said, "Okay." Because
Hmm.
this is how comfortable. I want her to get comfortable so she can go live on her platform. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she is there. Hi there, Annette. So Annette, I'm here trying to help
Hello,
our
Annette.
Hey
Annette. We're
Lee.
trying to help
Hi Sharon. Hi
Goddess
chat.
getting her confident to do this hosting with us up here. And she
Okay.
is telling me about her phone is acting up.
It's like Goddess came up the other day. When you ready, Goddess? When you're ready to come up. Mm,
It's all good. It's all good.
it's okay.
Isis, long time no see. Yes, Sharon. Seems like Lauren was jealous. Yes, she was jealous.
Mm.
Okay, hold on. Welcome in, Annette.
Hi everyone. Hi Sharon. Hi Lee. Hi chat. Hi mods. How are you all doing? I am back for a bit. Yeah, I'm back for a bit. So yeah. So how's Skitland been today? The big reveal. Okay. Yes, I
Mm-hmm.
would add, can I just add something, Sharon? I'd
Oh,
like
yes,
to
go ahead.
say congratulations. Ooh, congratulations. I gotta say congratulations to Candice. She did really great. I think she did so well with the rooms regardless of what. And I got to big up Sharon as usual because she had all the faith. She kept saying Candice is going to do an awesome job. Candice is going to do well, and she really did absolutely brilliant. So I'm going to say well done. And yeah, let's see what happens now. Let's see what the next step is going to be.
Yes, I want to see what the next. You know what? I'm so giddy right now, Annette
Mhm.
and Lee. I am
Okay.
extremely giddy because I'm dying to see the explosion. I hope they're not going to disappoint us with that podcast. I can't wait for Delicia Secret to be out and for
Mm,
Dan to strike.
yeah.
Oh my goodness. All I can think about is the fun that we're going to be having, the
Oh yeah,
entertainment.
most definitely. I agree with you. I can't wait for that. But you know what? Where is Dan? We need to put an API on Dan. I thought he would have been causing havoc already.
I
So I
know,
hope
right?
I hope he doesn't disappoint us. Come on now, because we've already had Shayla's semi meltdown, which to me was just a lot of screaming, shouting, Anthony, 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 all that. Oh my gosh, girl, please. But yeah, come on, Dan, don't let us down. We're looking forward to seeing your next entrance in the scene. Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
Like I said, I hope everyone's had a fabulous day. I've not been too bad. Bit a few things I had to do. Sharon called me in. "Ella, where are you? Where?" I said, "I'm coming. I'm
Why you
coming.
have to tell me
I'm
secret?
coming. Coming." It was just fun though. It was good. No, I was in the middle of something, but anyway, yeah. But I'm here now, all
Yes,
attended. But
because I told Goddess. I
mhm,
told Goddess on it. She
mhm.
promised me last night. Say, sure, I'm doing the review with you tomorrow. And I said,
Okay.
mm-hmm. And then no, you see,
Mm.
I'm putting her on blast. Here she is. Her phone is what? Acting up.
Never mind, Goddess. Never mind. When you're ready, we look forward to having you up here. Yeah. But Lee,
All
just
good,
wanted to
Goddess.
say, Sharon, how are you, Lee? Are you good? Lee, are you there? Oh, Lee, he might have
I don't
dropped off.
know.
Oh, he might have
Lee?
dropped off.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, yeah. I was saying, how are you doing, Lee? He can't seem to hear me.
Hold on.
Lee?
Oh,
Oh, it dropped off. Okay, let me
yeah.
just put the link back in.
Okay,
I
yeah.
guess he could hear me, but he couldn't hear you. Okay, hold
You could.
on. I'll
All right.
just put the link back in the chat.
Okay, over to you, Sharon.
Okay, hold on,
I
baby girl.
am ready, ready like
I have
Freddy.
my teacup in the way and I need
Oh,
to plug this in
you're having a cup
before
of
it died.
tea. Right, okay. Okay.
Okay, so we're
So,
just doing a recap. Okay,
mm-hmm,
so Annette, how did
mm-hmm,
you enjoy?
mm.
Hold on, before me ask you that, but Sharon Amber did tell Anthony that okay, we read that already. Okay,
Okay.
so how do you like the fact that Shayla was able to do detective work in finding Anthony and Denisha?
How
I
did
think
I
I
like
have a
it?
natural calling for that though.
Listen, when Shayla's on a mission, she's not gonna stop. That's one thing you can say about her. And then remember, she was also kind of monitoring Denisha's snap sorry, Instagram. I thought Snapchat. No. Instagram. So she was able to put a few pieces together. And then obviously when she got to Kentucky, she ran into it. But sorry, Shayla is bold, and she's determined. When she's got that focus, and remember, her mother was really encouraging her, go and get your baby, go and get your baby. So really, she didn't. I mean, I think it was good that Tamara was there because her going on her own, but knowing Shayla, she still would have acted up same way. But yeah, she's a great detective. But listen, Shayla, love, please be very mindful because one of your good friends has been going out with your Iman. So please be very much aware. I hope you keep on those blinkers for I think her name is Delicia. Delicia?
Delicia, yeah,
Delicia.
Delicia.
Sorry, I didn't want to say it to you, Shayla. But yeah, let's look forward to. I want to see that showdown. That should be fun, isn't it, Sharon?
Oh yes. I can't wait for that showdown, right, Lee? Are you waiting like us? We can't wait for to pop our popcorn and enjoy
Oh
a good laugh.
yeah. Lee, can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly. And
Oh,
I don't
brilliant.
I don't yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how Shayla can know things like that, but then when it comes to, like I said, when it comes to her own instinct, she doesn't know what's
Mm-hmm.
going on around her, but she
Mm.
knows all the radars everywhere, the address, everything.
Well,
Yeah,
like I said, she's very determined. But we
yeah.
were just we want her to be very aware of, Delicia. So let's see what happens
So,
next. Mm-hmm.
so is it like the same way with Amber? She was being naive, don't know what's going on. Is that like the
Yeah,
same thing with
Yeah.
Shayla? She
yeah,
doesn't know that somebody's dating her guy.
yeah, yeah,
Yes.
definitely. But I'm telling chat, don't come for me. But I think, in apart from what happened regarding Delicia and Iman, Shayla's definitely can read a room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
she's good at reading.
Amber doesn't have those skills. I don't
Yeah.
know why. She's very trusting, and
Hmm.
she never in her wild mind thought that her best friend would try and go after her husband. But
Mm.
Yeah.
she did leave some opportunities open
Yeah. A
for
lot.
Shayla.
Yeah.
So I mean, I remember when Anthony had a go at her and was saying, it's your fault. I wouldn't
Yeah.
necessarily say it's her fault, but she wasn't aware. There were telltale signs to think, oh, what's going on here? You're very comfortable around my husband, and just certain
Hmm.
things that she could have done better. I'm not saying he wouldn't not have done what he did, but I'm just always saying be aware of your surroundings, be
Yeah.
aware of the people that you have in your close circle, because sometimes they say the people that you share all your life story with, they're more likely to use it against you. So yeah.
Of course. Hmm.
Hmm. Over to you, Sharon.
Okay. Thank you, dear, my darling.
No
So,
problem.
with that being said, well said there. When it comes on to people, they
Mm-hmm.
can see what is happening to somebody else, but they do not
Mm,
see what is happening in front of in their situation, because they will say, "And nah, that ain't happening to me." You know what I mean? They
yeah.
just
Yeah.
turn a blind eye to it. So I think that's what happened to Amber, and I
Mm-hmm.
think that's the same thing happening to Shayla in that regard,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so I think that's what that is there. And then another thing is with Delicia, how does she feel? She thinks that so she's so emboldened. Oh, I
Mm,
am the lead. I don't like that with Delicia. Honestly, I don't like that one bit. And that conversation she have with Tamara today, maybe I should have done a thing on that one.
mm-hmm.
When Delicia says, "Oh, now you know that I'm your friend, Tamara. You remember Shayla was telling you that I am not your friend. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?" And I said the
Yeah.
reason why you befriended, in my opinion, Tamara, is because she were making sure that Tamara had somebody in dating, so that way when it hit the plan says Wayne is with Lauren, it wouldn't come as a blow to
Mm,
Tamara. So I don't think she's really a friend. She was just being a hypocrite, just like Shayla was being a hypocrite with Amber.
Mm.
You know,
yeah.
we just call her a spade there. Yeah.
Yeah. But let's be honest, none of the ladies are friends with each other. They don't like each
Exactly.
other. They've all got something bad to say about it. And to be honest, this is just my personal opinion, chat. I think Amber looks so out of place
Mm-hmm.
in that setting. Yeah, I know she wasn't very pleased today. I think I saw a message from, was it Charmaine? They have to keep somebody in Ant and Denisha's storyline because themselves they're not getting great views. Okay, thanks for that, Charmaine.
Mm-hmm.
And Anne Jones says, I think Tamara also reflected on Shayla's drama and does not want to be that person. You know what is really, that was really easy for her to go, because how many maybe that's a question, how many of us would have gone if Shayla was our friend? Would we have gone to Kentucky with her? Maybe that's a yes or no,
Yeah,
Sharon.
I think you know what. At
Mm-hmm.
first, I was thinking Tamira should have stayed out of it, but when I really sit back and I looked at it again, it's
Mm-hmm.
a good thing that Tamira went, because it could have gone left.
Yeah, you
Okay,
mean,
so what? How do I call this question?
no, I was just saying, if Shayla was your friend, would you have gone to Kentucky with her?
Okay.
Yeah. I will read some comments while you're doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Shirley says Amber showed her ugly side when she talked about Denisha sitting at the reception desk. She should have not said anything at all. Maybe she didn't want Delicia to mention her office suite. Uh, um, to be honest, I think it's a difficult thing for Amber. Remember, apart from Shayla, even though we still don't understand, we can't get our head around it why she's even in the same business as Shayla, but she's also having going to have to see
Kentucky.
Denicia. So really, two women who've been involved with her husband, still her husband, she's gonna have to
Mhm.
interact with them over this podcast. And then maybe another question will be, should continue to be in the podcast? What do you say, Lee?
Well, my acknowledge on there would be Amber needs to get her own, like we always say, get her own place or
Mm,
get her own podcast going. She has
yeah.
so many good potentials, so many great ideas, but who's gonna listen, or
Mm.
who's gonna
Now manifest, it will surface, and maybe that might be part of the healing for
mm,
Amber and potentially for Anthony in the long run. Yeah. And then Andrea says that's true. Amber was not feeling the podcast today. I think she's got so much on her mind, she's
Yeah.
dealing with the low offer that Anthony
Mhm.
mhm,
that she received from Constance, that Anthony's lawyer, so he's gonna have
mhm.
to really bump it up. However,
And
if you all
mhm,
sorry Lee. However,
yeah,
if you all saw last night's skit with Wayne, he said that Anthony should at least minimum 50,000. He also mentioned 75,000, and he mentioned 100,000. And we
mhm.
know when Mr. Wayne talks, there's always
Mhm.
a nugget, isn't it? Sorry, Lee,
Mhm.
I was speaking, but over to you now, Lee. Sorry, I just wanted to
Yeah, no.
say.
I was just gonna add to what you're saying about
Mm-hmm.
another part of Amber why she was down. I believe is because of that seed that her lawyer planted in her head about Denisha. She only
Oh
knows
yeah.
a little bit about Denisha, but she doesn't know
Mm,
that, and Denisha doesn't control Anthony. See, that's the thing. But she believes that Denisha is the one that's controlling Anthony to do all of this, but is the lawyer, is his lawyer and him that come up with the plan, with their plan.
mm, mm. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. I agree with you there. Okay, Sharon.
Yep. I totally agree with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And what I said earlier in the live is that when it comes on to stuff like that, you
Mm-hmm.
with this person for so long, you accept their affair, you accept
Mm,
their child, you're there with them when they have a heart attack, you're there with them when they lost their money. And
mm,
although you want a divorce now, you
mm.
realize, yes, you are the one. Yes, I am the one that want the divorce. He doesn't want the divorce, but still, for him to want to give her peanuts, that shows her she will say, my God, this man never meant I never meant nothing to him. For him want to hand me nothing,
Yeah.
I can't even live on that. What
Mm-hmm.
kind of, you know what I mean? So that will get you into your feelings, says, I love this person and this is what I am worth to him.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
What
tough.
if it doesn't work out with him and she and Dave?
Mm.
Doesn't he want her to succeed? Or he just want her to be in the gutter?
Okay.
I'm just thinking, says, may that will make anybody think and
Y-
says, you know what? This man never loves me. He actually
mm.
loves his baby mother.
Yeah, I mean that is a good point that you've raised.
Mm,
Again, as I said, it depends how the writers, continue with the storyline. If Kai is definitely Anthony's son, because
mm-hmm,
if he's not, then to me that's how the Daltons can break away from Shayla, and then
mm-hmm,
they try and give her own storyline. But
mm-hmm.
if Wayne decides to keep Kai, baby Kai, as Anthony's son, that's always going to be a thorn in their side. I mean, if
Definitely.
again, if Anthony then decides to, change his ways and put those boundaries, that might be helpful, because we all know Amber still loves Kai anyway, but it's about
Mm-hmm.
putting in them boundaries. And let's see, let's really see. But Shirley was saying, I think Amber should walk away from the podcast if it's going to make her feel away working with the others. Yeah, I agree with you,
Yeah,
Shirley. Because remember, how would you like to go to work and every time you see, well, a minimum, quite a few people that you don't like, and they don't like you either. Do you know what I mean? I just don't like the smugness of Denisha.
yeah.
She's too smug. You see how she's there sitting on the steps this morning, like this is her house. And when
Mm-hmm.
she's in the bed, no, 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 that's gonna get resolved. No, she's not
Mm-hmm.
gonna get away with it.
It
Mm-hmm.
has to.
Yeah.
That has to definitely get resolved. So let's see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Pastor Chris is back in town. So,
Oh yes.
so let me hear
Chris.
what you have to say, Annette and Lee. How do you guys feel about Pastor Chris being back in town? Is he there for the Daltons or just for Mike?
Okay, Lee, you want to start first, and I'll come in after you.
Yeah, sure. I think Pastor Chris is gonna be observing. I think that's what he's really doing. He's observing everybody's past relationship and everything, but that's why he's even dealing with Mike first. He hasn't seen Amber relationship or what she's up to, but I believe that he might come across, they might come to path with one another, and he might give her some kind of words of encouragement, or he might go to Anthony, or he might go to different part of everybody's house and try to speak life into them. But
Mm-hmm.
Pastor Chris is probably there. I think he's just there to observe everyone's thing.
Okay, right. Oh yeah, that sounds really lovely to hear that, Lee. Um, I'm hoping, we can only hope that he's there to like shake everybody up and just
Mm-hmm.
remind them about God's love towards them. So
Yeah.
if we look at the main characters, which are, the Daltons, Pastor Chris literally can talk to Anthony. I think he should speak to Anthony first, then Amber. And maybe if he could get them to have a meeting together and they have, some prayer, they have some spiritual guidance, they have a bit
Hmm.
of counseling. Because remember, especially with Anthony, he doesn't know why Amber wanted the divorce per se.
Mm-hmm.
We all know because of,
Hmm.
the lack of support and so forth. But the actual, you remember how shocked he was when found out that she wanted to divorce. And then
Hmm.
remember, as I said, I think I've said in some recent lives that she thought that Anthony was cheating, so
Hmm.
that's why that triggered the divorce. So they haven't had a discussion. And I'm not saying it's going to save the marriage, but it's just no one speaking to each other. So maybe Pastor Chris will be the mediator if that's possible. What's the chat saying about that?
Okay,
And who
let's
else has
see.
joined us?
Let me take 5 comments. I'll read.
Okay.
Welcome in, AJ. One moment. Well said, dear Annette. So Belinda says Shayla and Denisha are same people in gold digging.
Mm-hmm.
Well said. And then Raquel said here, I believe that Lauren is going to get onto Wayne nerves with her pompous, pom- pompous
Pompous. Yeah.
behavior. Her
Mm-hmm.
days are numbered. Exactly, Raquel. I totally agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Eros
Mm-hmm.
says, hello, Sharon, Annette, and Lee Major.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Marianne says, I think Amber needs to start her own podcast. Dave Stan told her to use KW podcast as a jump off
Mm-hmm.
point and start her simulator simultaneously with the
Mm-hmm.
KW. Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
she will do that, Marion. I think maybe she will do that. Then
Yeah.
Sabrina says here, it's just the beginning offer. Why place so much emphasis on the beginning offer when she supposed to get more? Exactly.
Y-
Well
yeah.
said there, sub. Anything is possible. And
Mm-hmm.
then Belinda says here, 3 years ago, slept with Wayne before, which was wrong. During, but if forget having baby with Shayla stood the wedding, he should let it go now. Never about Wayne. It wasn't for Shayla. If it wasn't for
Mm-hmm.
Shayla, exactly. And now, Belinda, let me just touch on this quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when you say that, right? the fact is, Anthony should have forgiven Amber because he was cheating with Shayla and have a child with Shayla. So
Mm-hmm.
him shouldn't really have that up and have that to stay anymore because he didn't have clean and in this whole situation. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So it is
Mm-hmm.
what it is.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
Shirley says, "Dear, please get the likes up. We are close. Okay, guys, please get the like up. So let we just give a drum roll here.
Great. Mm. Ye- Okay,
Okay.
nice one. Okay, lovely.
And Annette Jones says, Wayne was messy in iron, Denisha.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Yeah, she should be able to make money, but bringing her into the podcast does not make it a good work environment.
Yeah.
La 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 la. Well said, dear my
Yeah.
darling. Well
Yes. Yeah. That was amazing, Anna. And that
yeah.
was brilliant. Mm-hmm.
And you know something? I
Mm-hmm.
think that is one of the reasons why Amber was down too. She
Yeah.
have
It's.
to work with Shayla, although she says Shayla a friend, and then she
Mm,
have to work with Denisha. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Yeah. That's tough. That's tough.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then Marian says here, I think he's there to make Mike get Mike back on track with Blake.
Mm,
Okay, that's a
okay.
good one. But I think he also there for the Daltons. I will say that. You guys not gonna say it, but I
No,
will say
I
it.
agree. I
I
agree.
will say it. I will say he's also there for the Daltons.
Yes, I agree. Well,
Because
well
Wayne
said,
said
Sharon.
last night, pray on it, Anthony. Let's see
Mm-hmm.
if Anthony will pray on it. And
Mm-hmm.
guys, pick up your nuggets. Maybe
Mm,
God do us a plan for the Daltons, but maybe not for them to be together. But you never
mm.
know. Maybe we're
You
gonna
never.
get a vow renewal, or we have a wedding, or we have a divorce. Anything is possible.
Exactly. We just don't know which way it's gonna go. Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Anything is
Great stuff.
possible.
Right. Lovely.
But remember, guys, to keep an open mind.
Mm.
Anything is possible. So my question to you guys now: when will Dave show Amber the new house?
Oh yeah. That's another. Oh my word. That's
When
gonna be.
will Dave show Amber the new house? Hi, Alani. Well, Alani and this panel here. I forget all about Alani. Hold on there,
Hi.
Alani.
Hi, Alani.
And then Marvis says, and Wayne told her, Denisha don't have to work because she have Anthony.
Yeah, but you know what, Sharon? Sorry, can I just add a little
Yeah,
bit to
man.
this content?
Mm-hmm.
Wayne, you're very spiteful. You know that's hurting Amber. You don't have any compassion for anyone. Okay, I know a lot of the women have done, they haven't done a lot of things that's been correct, but you're literally really causing pain to Amber. And I think
Mm-hmm.
I know you're a comedian, and so, but sometimes there's time and place when you're gonna have a joke. But again, even how you treated Tamara recently as well, but things look like they might be turning back, I dare say. But I
Mm-hmm.
just feel that, there's no compassion when it comes to Wayne. Everything is a joke for him. But life has a way of turning back. So I just say be mindful, Wayne, because you're dealing with women who tend to be emotional. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well said, dear Annette. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then here is Bishop Chris is here to get Mike back on track. I think we says that. Hi,
Mm-hmm.
Lydia. Welcome. And Era says, Sharon, like I said before, Amber wanted this divorce so badly. So why will Anthony be bothered about her feelings? Amber wanted to be with Dave. She also said Dave big and better. We all should be fair.
Yeah, we get it. We definitely
Yeah,
get
we
it.
get it. We get it. But that was shot fires. Come on now,
Mm-hmm.
Errol. We says anything in the heat of the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, she did say that. Oh yes, 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 yes. Thank you, Era, for reminding us and get the yes, let's get lively. What should we do to liven up the place?
Mm-hmm.
Lee and Alani. Let's hear what Alani have to say, then
Mm.
I'll go back to the chat. Alani, welcome in. Let's hear what you have to say.
This is Vanya. Lauren is
Mm-hmm.
going to mess up weighing money.
Mm,
I tell you so. when she was telling Candice to change the picture or to
Mm,
put the push picture in the middle, that make no sense right there. Don't make
mm,
no sense. But if you want to make a picture off the wall, why you want in the middle? That make no sense. But if you have a okay, if you go in a cartoon, then let's say in a cartoon, and the cartoon say, you know what, the white people and say, you know what, you is going in the middle, and the other person is going the last, be last.
mm,
You have to do that. You have to be last. It's to mirror and when to mirror to ask when for to do with podcast, right? But no,
mm,
Shayla says she want to do the podcast too.
mm,
But Shayla, Lauren, was not in the picture yet. She was not in the picture. Why are you going to tell Candace for change the put Tamara last and then she win? That make no sense, right? Don't make
mm.
no sense. That
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, Lee. It's about dominance, isn't it? Because
Mhm.
Lauren,
yeah.
she's the new toy on the she's the new toy for Wayne, so she wants to express her dominance of being what is it, first lady. But even the
Mm.
terminology, Sharon, first lady, and Alani and Lee, isn't that around church and everything? So
Exactly.
this is a
Yes.
As
teaching.
prime minister.
Yeah. Oh yeah. First lady. Yeah. Oh, president. Yeah. Well, I was just thinking that that's a possibility, but it's about inserting her dominance. But I don't know how long that's gonna last between Lauren and
Win.
Wayne, because you see how he was kind of interacting with Tamara
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
later on. So I mean, I don't think that's finished yet. And yeah. Okay. Great.
And she come outside. I mean, she come outside. Ask when Tamara said no. When just look what she does say. What this girl say? What's
Mm,
she saying? And then when you have to tell she just saying she was quiet. I
mm,
think to just quiet in when she come in the podcast. She come in the podcast with them. She just quiet, and say nothing. She don't want to say nothing, right? She don't want to say if she says something, Lauren might jump in and say different story that something with Lauren, something punchy. Let me tell you up and out.
mm,
She want everything from Wayne.
mm,
She want all the money from Wayne.
mm.
She don't
Wow.
want to make her get nothing.
Mm. Yeah,
When
I
you
hear
look
you.
in when you look into your face, when you look into your face, you see something something click in she then.
Mm. Yeah, I hear you.
I
Great
hear you.
stuff. Mm-hmm.
Thank you,
Mm,
Lee. Thank you, dear Alani. And did you
mm,
guys notice that when Wayne says it touches heart, you see her face? You can
Mm-hmm.
see that
yeah.
jealous spirit in her. So
Yeah,
Wayne is gonna pick up on that soon if
yeah.
he hasn't already noticed that with her. But let's see, because if she's gonna start nagging, that relationship is
Oh
doomed.
yeah, he doesn't like that at all. Um, Aminata says, this is something I would like to pick up on. Yeah, Sharon. If Amber was to go back to Anthony, what kind of marriage would that be? He couldn't forgive her for Wayne. Why would he forgive her for Dave?
To get through Anthony, he can be a changed person, but he will be the one that wants to want that
Want it?
change, you
Yeah,
Exactly.
know,
true, true.
for himself and for Amber.
Mm-hmm.
But if it doesn't come out that he wants change for himself, then he'll just be the same old Anthony
Mm,
that we now see. And Amber herself too has to want the change too for both of
Hmm.
them. You know, they both
yeah,
have to want it.
Exactly.
Yep, that's it.
Exactly, Lee. Well said.
Yep,
Well said.
they both
Have to change.
do. Because I know we can probably look at one and say they've done it worse, but I just don't see it. I see they both have caused a lot of issues within themselves and including other people. But
Mm-hmm.
root of it, it's definitely Amber and Anthony need to make that change. If you know what, if it's meant to be, isn't it, Sharon? If it's meant
Yeah,
to
if it's
be,
meant to be,
it will happen. Yeah.
because
So
God can't change anything.
yeah. So Sharon, what's the poll saying for the last question you asked?
Okay, let's see. Okay, so they're tied 50%.
Oh wow. Okay, that's good.
So there's a tie.
Oh, that's really
Yeah.
good. Okay.
Yeah, so that one. So what other poll we have to put in here? Oh,
Yes.
after,
Do
okay,
you?
read the chat and I will think of some. Lee, do you have
Okay.
anything that I could poll?
No, I just have a question. Any one of you can answer. Do you
Mm-hmm.
think this is just a funny question too? Do you think Pastor Chris can get through to Shayla? Because
Mm.
her mother is the one that has been in her mind. But let's say if she come another person come and get her a different perspective on things, maybe she can change too.
I
Hopefully.
mean, to be honest, anyone has the potential to change, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right? Because at the end of the day, none of us are perfect.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
if we acknowledge what we've done and we seriously want to change, then we can.
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
it has to come from the person, even though
Yeah.
someone might be saying, oh, you know what, Lee, or you know what, Sharon, or you know what, chat, this is what you should do. That person has
Mhm.
to feel that. And then one, they have to acknowledge the wrongs that they've done to
Yeah.
people. And
Yeah.
Shayla's done a lot, even though at times, she said she apologized to Amber and so
Yeah.
forth, but she's not really genuinely
No.
acknowledged the pain that she's caused and the breakup of the marriage. Because even to Anthony, she needs to apologize to.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
again, it's only unless she genuinely wants. I don't want to see her. Oh yes, I'm sorry. That's not enough. And it's also by your actions, right? You can say the word I'm sorry, but it's how you behave. So if that
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
happens and you see the change, then potentially yes. And then she acknowledges and listens to the boundaries. So there's still a lot. So it's kudos to you. I didn't believe in Candace's
Oh, I
confidence.
have a question after that when you're done about Candice.
Okay, yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
when you're
So
done.
well done again to Sharon. Got a
Who
big
said
Sharon
that?
up.
Yeah, go
That
ahead.
was Lydia. Lydia. She said you're
Okay.
the one that had the faith in Candice. And so kudos to you. And because
Oh,
Lydia says
thank
I
you,
didn't
dear
believe.
darling.
Basically, yeah, Sharon's definitely had the faith. And before you come in, Lee, I want to say something to you all, chat. What Sharon did for me. Always got to big up Sharon. So as you can see, there's a photo of me, and I think some of you see me anyway. And do you know
Mm-hmm.
who was my teacher today? Sharon. Sharon.
Ooh.
Sharon went through the stages and the steps, and then this is what you need to do. And look, so I want to give kudos to Sharon, always supportive. Yeah.
Put the
So when
claps. Put the
yeah,
clap on for her.
Sharon, put the claps on for yourself. Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely. So
Thank God.
When Sharon's got faith in something, let it be, and it comes to pass. So well done, Sharon. So I got to say thank
Thank
you
you,
so much.
darling.
Yeah.
Oh, let me give you a round of applause. Oh my goodness.
Nah, it's all good. Yeah, yeah,
Thank you,
yeah,
thank
yeah.
you, thank you, thank you. All
Yeah.
right, so now, guys, so back to this thing. So Amber could actually be Mrs. Dave Young too. That's another thing. So we can't
Mm,
rule that out either. You know what I mean? They can actually have the storyline split. So
yeah.
anything is possible, but never rule out the Daltons just in case. You know what I mean?
Just in case
So
we
we
never
have
knew.
to look at that. We have to just keep that in mind. Maybe they're going to make them be apart for a while, but they'll get
Mm.
back together in 2030 or 2027 when, when they learned their lesson and become
Yeah,
and have a forgiving heart, and they have redemption, become a new person, you know what
yeah,
I mean, for themselves, not for anybody else, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
I'm looking forward to where this skit is going. If Amber is Mrs. Dave Long and he shows her how if they are going to keep her with Dave, I want them to show us, the audience says, yes, you can leave an abusive situation. I'm not, you know what I mean? Or a
Mm,
horrible situation, and you can find love at a second time. You know what I mean? Or
yeah.
they can also shows us said our horrible husband can actually become somebody upstanding and what.
Yeah.
But let's see what they do with that relationship. But
Yeah.
with Denisha, I really can't stand watching her. She's beautiful and everything. Kudos to the actress.
Yep.
But the two face that she has, oh, I Candice, when I had Candice to do her work, she did not, regardless, she's the lead. She is
Mm-hmm.
not Candice boss. Deli and Lauren. Lauren is not Candice boss either. They don't have any right to tell her, oh, you need to move the picture. Did the big man that paid Candace the 120,000? Did he say
Mm.
to Candace, oh, Candace, your Tamira picture shouldn't be in the middle? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And then Lauren have the nerve to say to Candace, but well, then I am the first lady and I am going to be your boss also.
And
If she
then she said she's
is
gonna call
Candace,
Wayne.
Yeah. She did say that.
it's just too much drama. And I was
Yeah.
happy. Oh, Candice handled herself. I'm very proud of Candice. She handled herself well. And even
Yeah.
when Delicia was coming at her, she says right over when she says, "Oh, what you have over here? Why this wall is so bare?" Because she says she's a designer or whatever. So if she's a stylist and whatever, shouldn't she use common sense that okay, the camera crew gonna be over this side taping? You know what I
Mm.
mean? Because all the
Yeah.
equipment is in the other room, as you can see. You see, all
Mm.
the camera stuff is in the other room. So Candy says, no, I don't want nobody knocked over anything. That is for the camera crew there. And she
Yeah.
got shut her down. Oh, oh, we
Mm.
need this there. And no, I like
Yeah.
how Candice handled herself with both ladies and said to
Mm-hmm.
Lauren, that's on the black burner and whatever. But at the end of the day, Candy should have a little talk. Do you guys think Candy should actually talk to Wayne about the two ladies, them what Lauren said to her that she's the first lady, or she should just let Wayne find out the foolishness?
Well, as Wayne is her boss, she could have a word with Wayne.
Yeah.
Because Wayne's gonna say how things are really gonna go. To be honest, I don't think those photos are gonna change. I think he's gonna leave it as it is. But she could have a word with Wayne if she chose to. So yeah, Lee, you said you had a question.
Yeah, my question is, do you guys remember when Candice showed Wayne the blueprint or the
Mm,
PowerPoint of the
mm.
podcast room? I was wondering if that's what it's gonna look like, or is she herself was gonna make it that same way, or did she go in a different direction? Because it doesn't look like the one that was on the PowerPoint. I don't know if you guys caught it, if you catch that or not.
Um, I kind of
I have to go
remember.
back and look.
Yeah, oh gosh, you know what? I
Oh,
can't remember.
yeah, no,
I
no,
remember
it is
she did.
no. Honestly, it is what on the PowerPoint.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Oh,
kind of thinking. It's kind of similar what
okay.
was on the PowerPoint. Yeah, but then again, people have different creative directions and stuff. I just think on the whole, she did a really great job.
Yeah,
I
she
mean,
did a good job.
even though you got some people nitpicking for whatever reason, I think I just had a thought, Lee and Sharon. There's a possibility that maybe the reason why Amber was a little bit off, not
Hmm.
necessarily the reason. Maybe she was worried that Delisa would mention about her. She's got her own office and she doesn't want them to know. She doesn't
Yeah,
want.
that could be. That could be too.
She was thinking, "Oh my gosh, I wonder if she's going to say anything. I don't want them to know that I've got my own office." But I mean,
Mm-mm.
eventually they'll find out. But I was just maybe
I
that's a.
don't think so.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm.
Mm.
But
She's not like that. That wouldn't bother Amber one bit,
okay,
to my knowledge. I don't think so. I think is what's happening with
in her
Anthony
life,
and her. Yeah, it
With the
kind of
yeah.
divorce
threw
and
her for a
everything.
loop.
Yeah, well, obviously those are the major concerns, but I don't know if that as well has an issue. But yeah, I do agree with you, Sharon. Those are the things in terms of Anthony and Denicia. Yeah, yeah,
I
those are
know,
the
eh?
major. I mean, we know these are characters, right? And we know this is Skitland, but this is why again Sharon will have to do the claps. The cast are absolutely doing an amazing job. Whoever you follow, whoever's your favorite, or even the ones you don't like, when you think about it, the talent that they've got us all engaging, talking about the skits, whether we like them or not. And I just feel that is so amazing. And again, I always got to big up Country Wayne for having this vision and actually seeing it through with all these talented actresses and actors. I think it's absolutely brilliant. So again, I got to give big shouts out to Country Wayne for what he's actually been producing, and it's going to go on from strength to strength. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to add.
Okay, kudos Country Wayne for the real
Yeah,
Country Wayne,
yes,
and
Hmm.
then for
definitely.
the actors and actresses and the writers, of course. Well done.
Yeah,
Well
yeah,
done. It looks fab. Super. Beautiful,
yeah,
beautiful, beautiful.
yeah,
Okay, so let me read some comments. I don't want you guys to think that I'm trying my best. I can't read all comments, but I
yep.
will try my best to catch up. So Marian says that's what we're open for a split storyline. Yeah, it's a possibility that it's going to be split. And then Mike says, I meant MK says, what is Dave's last name? Anybody knows Young.
Young.
That's his last name.
Yeah,
It's
that's
Young. And then
yeah.
Nancy, hi dear bestie, how are you? Welcome in our Nancy. Nancy, I'd like to hear my little darling. And when you come up here, please do not tell me how much you don't like somebody. Because today I don't want to hear that. Just kidding.
Oh
Just
God.
kidding.
Oh
Okay,
God.
Nancy, let's spice this up. Let's spice this show up. All right.
Okay.
Okay. What a bam bam.
Um,
Ooh. Yes,
okay.
we need some music to get in the groove of
Yeah.
my beloved Nancy. I put the link in there, best if you're not at work. Let me see. I think they dropped a skit with Rone and
Okay. So can I
Dave,
just
Andy. No, not Dave. Andy to let us know that I think they're speaking. I think they asked him if where is Sade right now, and I think Ron says she may be at a hotel. So Marianne West, the link is in the chat. It would be nice. You don't have to be on camera if you choose not to, or you can come up here and I can show together. Can you come up and give some word of wisdom? I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear your take because you know you're typing and thing. It would be nice to hear what you have to say, Marianne. Anyone
yep,
of you can come up. Even Nancy can come up also. We need to spice this up. This show is for all of you. All right,
yep.
Tyler. Lauren is, you know what a start. Exactly, Tyler. And
Mm,
yes, we need to spice this up.
okay.
Support,
Support some
support. Nancy said the link is there. And
okay.
Amanita Marin said, I think if the numbers are good, Wayne can split the story. Yes.
Yeah.
Last night, the numbers, I think
Okay.
I saw only with Shayla, the numbers with Shayla when she was putting what you call it. Anthony was saying checking Shayla and he get checked
Yeah.
by Shayla.
That's gone a
One point
million.
one million. That went to 1.1 million.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that went good.
yeah.
Okay, can I just carry on, Sharon?
I don't see anybody else that went did very well on their performance. But let me just take a quick look. Go
Mm,
ahead, Annette, I will just let the audience know how their numbers are.
okay
Let me
then.
just jump
Right.
into it.
Right, I'll just read a few messages while you are doing that.
Hmm.
So Marion says, I hope Candice doesn't change the pictures. Yeah, I hope she doesn't as well, Marion. And then Lydia says, I hope she doesn't either, Marion. And then Sabrina saying, hi, AJ. And Sabrina said, hi, Lee. And then Era said, Sabrina, remember how Anthony was begging Amber to even offer to take her out of the country and her choice, but she refused because her eye was already on Dave. So let's deal with that. Yeah, we get that error. Yeah, once she saw Dave, yeah, that was kind of she thought, oh, let's go. You know what I mean? Yeah, so Era says if Dave is big and better, why is Amber crying over small Anthony and money Amber worshipper? You know what? As I said, we have to admit the Daltons, regardless of whether people want to believe, they did love each other, and that doesn't disappear overnight. Even though you're angry with each other, there's still that feeling and still that compassion. And I think with Amber, she hoped that Anthony would be a better man for her, but obviously what he's doing now, and he knows it's also hurting her as well. But when Anthony saw Dave and Amber together, that was really quite telling. Yeah, definitely. So Lydia says no, AJ. Lydia, can you explain why you've said no to AJ? Because I'm not too sure. Amanita says, has he made any attempts to change though? Has he been told to pray, but he is he's been told to pray, but he isn't. To me, they need to separate and heal. If they're meant to be, then they can come back together once again, once they heal. Yeah, I agree with you there, Amanita. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't like them to come back together as they are, both of them, because where's the healing? Where's the forgiveness? And where's the hope that they don't do the same mistakes again? Because again, in a relationship, as I've always expressed to you all, that marriage, relationships, it's hard work. And when you face these issues or other issues, you can't just throw in the towel. You got to recognize this is also part of the process, right? So let's hope, if, as I said, if it's meant to be, the Daltons stay together or they separate and they get back together, or they completely separate. Yeah. Okay. Over to you, Sharon. You're on mute, Sharon.
Unmuted. So they have 2 million. One when Shayla took the baby from Anthony, and then when Anthony checked, well, he didn't check Shayla. Shayla checked him.
Yeah.
1.1 million. So those are the two skit they got 2 million from.
Okay,
That's
great.
about it for now. Yes.
Hmm.
So welcome in there, Antoinette. What you have to say, my darling?
Well, I just came in on the end because I just got off work, so I just walked in. So I was listening somewhat, a little bit on the way home. But I would have to say that at the end, like I know somebody on your panel was saying that it's really not over between Wayne and Tamara.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The way he was holding her hand, he didn't want to let go of her hand.
Yep.
Mm-mm.
Want to let go of her hand, and the way she walked away from him, it was like he didn't blink. His eyes didn't blink. His eyes didn't move. No way, just like stared at her. And Lauren, just, I think is gonna get. I think Lauren's jealous now. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Wayne, I think Wayne sees. Wayne been around a lot of women, different kind of
Mm-hmm.
women, so he know what kind of woman um
Tamara.
Lauren is. Um, he just going with the flow right now. But I believe
Mm-hmm.
that him and Tamara will get back somewhere. I said sometime before this year ends
Mm.
because they want to make this Lauren and Wayne probably like how many months? How many months Wayne and Tamara was together?
I'm not
Uh,
sure.
So it
We'd
was
have to ask Marian would know. Marian, let us know. Marian always know these things.
I,
oh,
I it might have been about 6 months, I think.
okay. So
Maybe, I'm
maybe
not sure. Hmm.
maybe I give it so they haven't been together a month yet. I will give it like 3 months because when Denisha started coming there as the receptionist, I wouldn't be surprised if Wayne started the way he was flirting with Lauren when he was with Tamara. I wouldn't be
Hmm.
surprised if he do the same thing with the Denisha. Remember, Wayne got more money than Anthony.
Mm.
And you see Wayne and you see she's really good with kids. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe this might, you know, anything can happen in Skitland.
Mm.
Because Lauren don't want to deal with the kids. I can tell you right now, she is not gonna want to deal with his kids. And I think his kids gonna see right through her and the baby mamas and what's her name, Gina, the ex-wife. They gonna
Mm-hmm.
see right through her. They gonna know she's no good, and her, especially his sister. His sister know him left and right. So she gonna tell Wayne, you know what? She's no good for you. She's this, she's that. You need to watch your pockets. Like the Denisha baby daddy told Anthony, you need to watch your bank account. You need to watch your money.
Mhm.
So maybe with that relationship, she was doing the same thing Momo was doing to Rafi.
Yes.
Because
So
ain't no man just gonna come out and say, just watch your wallet, watch
Mm,
your bank account. Ain't no man in the world that I've been with or I've seen in this that I've been around people. I never heard somebody baby father or baby daddy want to call it that, you need to watch your wallet, you need to watch your bank account, you need to watch your money. Not that I know of. And I've been around a lot of people who got access to the kids and stuff like that. So Anthony to me still did not catch on when he told him that. It's like with
yeah,
the one ear at the other ear.
yeah,
And so
that's true.
now, and then one thing I'm gonna say about that party, you gave her mama $10,000, and that was the money that the Nisha was eyeing in the parking lot. You remember?
mhm.
That's the money, and she thought that he was gonna give it to her. Turn around and
Oh.
gave it to his mom. Yes, she thought that when her ass was eyeing at that money, like, okay, is he gonna give it to me? If you go back and see it, like, is he gonna give it to me? He did not. He put the money back in his pocket, turned around and gave it to her mother in front of everybody.
Mhm.
So now her family gonna say, gonna call Anthony. He probably passed out his phone number. Ain't no telling. Anthony, I need help with this. Oh, I need help with that. That's gonna start coming.
Yeah.
That's gonna start coming. So
Yeah.
that's all I have to say on a lot of skits that happened today in the last 24 hours.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Antoinette. Yeah, Sharon, over to you.
Oh yes, thank you, darling.
No
So
problem.
what I have to say, I have to piggyback on what Antoinette was saying. So you remember, it's not the first time I've heard Wayne jokingly says he wants a baby from Lauren, and Lauren just shake that off.
Yeah.
He is actually into Lauren, and he keep on mentioning a baby with her, if you notice. So that's another nugget drop in there. So let's see what actually gonna happen with those two,
Mm,
Hmm.
because he's not joking. He keep on mentioning a child with her, if you really notice. So let me know what you guys are thinking. Does Wayne want a serious relationship with Lauren? We have to look into that one also. But
But do you
yeah,
yeah.
think? But
Go
do
on,
you
Lee.
think? Yeah. But do you think Wayne will do the same thing to Anthony by going with Denisha? Because I don't
Oh,
think he. I don't think is. I don't think he should, or I don't think he would, because that's like a second time stabbing again. But who knows? Like you said in the skit land. Right.
we
Mm,
talking about Wayne.
Yeah.
yeah.
We
Wayne.
talking about Wayne. Okay,
Yeah,
five
Wayne.
baby mamas, one
Mm.
Mary, Sarah, Imani, Amber, Erica, Libby. We
The list
talking
goes
about
on.
Wayne. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
10, 10 different women with 10
Mm,
different personalities. Come on now.
mm. I hear you, Antoinette. Yeah, with Wayne, Wayne doesn't have any morals. The only thing he said, he won't touch a married woman.
mm-hmm.
But
Hmm.
anyone else is up for grabs.
Hmm.
Yeah. That's his cutoff point. Anyone that's married, because remember what he said to Amber, once the divorce over, basically let me
Let
know.
me
But
know.
so
Exactly.
far, Amber is safe, but anyone
Hmm.
else is up for grabs when it comes to Wayne. Because I says his moral compass is very, very strange. Like he says, he loves women. But yeah, you can love women, but hey, yeah,
Exactly. You can
okay,
love woman, but it
okay.
is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe he will definitely snake Anthony for real.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
Oh,
he
yeah.
will. I think he will. So
Wow.
you was asking about another baby. Oh my goodness,
Mm-hmm.
another baby. So
Mm-hmm. Is that a nugget he's telling us in real life that he has another child and we're not aware of it?
Wow, 11. He's like running competition with what's his name? Yeah, yeah.
Iman?
Mariah. No, Iman doesn't have so many children. What's
Nick
his name?
Cannon.
Yeah,
Nick
yeah, Mariah.
Cannon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like I don't know. As I said, ladies, is Wayne an attractive guy? I'm not talking about his looks because yeah, he's really cute. I'm talking just his lifestyle. Would that be attractive to any woman? Any of the women out there? Would you be attracted to a guy like Wayne? What about you, Antoinette? What do you think? Would you be attracted to a guy like Wayne?
No,
Oh, you said that quite honestly. What about you, Sharon?
oh no,
No.
no,
No.
no, no.
Oh my gosh. The ladies on the panel are saying no, no option. And it's also a no for me as well. So I
Hey,
can't, yeah.
and that I'd rather deal with a normal man
Mm-hmm.
who has a 9 to 5 job.
Yeah.
We ain't all about fancy car. Got 20, 60,000
I got
cars.
a question when you're done. Sorry.
Okay.
That's okay. Like me, I have a fiance. We've been
Mm-hmm.
together for like 7 years. He just proposed to me a couple of months ago.
Oh,
Oh, congratulations.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Oh,
And he
not
had
quiet.
he have a he have a 9 to 5 job,
Mm-hmm.
a labor job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
So and that's the kind of guys I like to deal with. Somebody who come home from work. Wayne
Mhm.
don't work. Wayne just go do comedy. He got the money, so he don't really have to work. Okay, he's a comedian, but that's not me. I can't be with somebody who who been with 10 different. And God know he probably been with more that we don't know about in real life. We just
Mm.
know in the skit. But with me, I had this guy for like I said, almost 6, 7 years, and and he got a 9 to 5 job, an honest job. He come home, he do. I make sure everything is ready for him, like I am a wife. According to Eleanor, I think we are considered common law because we've been together for more than 7 years.
Mm.
But yeah, so I mean, I just say that me, I like a 9 to 5 person who's out here grinding.
Mhm.
Mm.
And I know Wayne is a comedian. That's where he get all his money off of comedian comedy. No,
No, he make his money off a year. He makes quite. He
He
make
does.
couple billions
yeah,
Yeah. Yep. From
and
from
he
his
skit.
talk for
skit.
projects. I give him that, but he like to throw his money around. I don't think he gave Amber, Erica, Sarah, Imani no $30,000 a month.
Mm.
No.
He never. So when Wayne telling everybody, oh, she's my wife, she gonna be my wife, and then all of a sudden you break up with her, how
Yeah.
think your peers gonna see you? They be like, well,
Mm-hmm.
man, you told everybody this was gonna be your wife and this, and then you gonna break up with her.
Mm.
Exactly.
What's your problem? He shouldn't have
Okay.
said any of those things. He shouldn't have spent no $50,000 on no first date.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
No
Yep.
man would have done that. Not a rich man that I would see. I don't know what rich folks do because I haven't been around anybody that's rich. But I don't think you're gonna get like a Tom Brady or some of these celebrities or athletes spending $50,000 on the first date and you don't know each other background.
Mm.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Me,
But
You're
yeah.
absolutely right.
I just like a man who could come home from work, hands dirty. He's grinding. He's taking care of his family, working for his family.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the kind of person I like. But with Wayne, everybody's different.
Yeah, true. I agree with you, Antoinette. But I just want to quickly say this before Lee asks his question.
Okay.
Um, Nancy said grandma's gonna said running. Because remember, a lot of people around Tamira said, no, not Wayne. They warned him a bit like what Tamira warned Denise, yeah, about Anthony. And more than when there's this thing, more than one person says something, there's some truth in it. I don't
Mhm.
think Wayne wants to settle down with anyone. He just
No,
wants to
have a
enjoy,
tough boy.
yeah, enjoy his bachelor life.
And
Yeah.
one thing I want to say in that, and I'll let somebody else talk. He's not
Mhm.
going to take Lauren around his grandmother. He's not going to take Lauren to his
Mm.
mother. He's not
Yeah.
going to do that. Not with
Yeah.
Lauren.
I agree.
I don't think he will.
Mm,
Mm.
yeah, because he knows he does know what Lauren's after. Yeah. Okay,
Uh,
thanks for that, Antoinette. Yeah, Lee, what was your question you want to Sharon or us to answer?
yeah.
Yeah, it was to what Antoinette was saying. I was gonna ask, what do you guys prefer as women? A celebrity, if you guys were in a celebrity relationship, or normal guy relationship? Because that's where she was coming from. She said she's with a normal person that works and everything. So, who will you prefer, a celebrity or a normal person that you met for a long time, high school or college or whatever?
Okay, I can answer that.
Yeah.
Okay, hypothetically, if I was dating a celebrity, I'd rather for him, to be, how can I say that? Be 50-50. Not
Mhm.
to throw his money around. Be like a person, because you got a lot of celebrities out here. Uh, I can name one couple who been together in Hollywood who been together for over 30 years, haven't been married, but they got kids. Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn. They've been together for over 20 plus years. No,
Yeah,
plus years.
Mm-hmm.
And they
Mm,
not even married. So it
yeah.
can work. It ain't all about the money. And I remember Kurt Russell said, no, not Kurt, Golden Hawn said, she said it's not all about the money. It's
it's true.
what two people put into the relationship.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
Mhm.
It ain't all about the money. So to me, I would go if I have an example, I would use Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell as an example. They not
Mhm.
married. They've been
Mm-hmm.
together for over 30 plus years.
Mm-hmm.
I would use them as an example. In my eye, if I was dating somebody like that.
Okay, that's really good, Antoinette.
Yeah,
I think for me, it would be I want to know that myself and this person can get on. There's some interest,
Hmm.
I mean, if they're financially successful, that's mine. But that wouldn't drive me. That wouldn't be the most important
No.
thing to me. It'd be about how this person treats me. How do I treat this person? I'd like to
Mhm.
kind of have that banter of being, in a sense, equal and
Okay.
just see how the relationship goes. I don't want to let money to be driven, like to
mhm.
say, okay, they give me 20,000. Gun, that would be a real shock. And but then I would see them trying to wanting to control me if they're able to give me that amount of money. The relationship I like, before I finish, King. He
Yeah,
took
Yeah,
Denisha out for what, 10,
yeah.
$20? That's
20,000. $20.
$70.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's the kind of relationship to
Right.
build on. Don't just flaunt and throw the money at me. That's not going to work. So build on the get to know each other,
Hmm.
go out on dates, have a courtship and then see how things go. And then if it can develop further, then yeah, then I would be in. So I hope that answers you, Lee.
Yeah, that's good. All of your answers was good.
Okay, you're welcome, man. Sharon,
Thanks,
what is
Lee.
yours?
Yeah, Sharon,
Oh,
over to you.
oh,
Get
oh,
yours?
yes, I totally agree with you. I don't want somebody to come and give me 20,000 just
Mm,
like that. I want the person to get to know, because if they're
mm,
going to lead with the money, that's not
mm-hmm,
going to last, because
mm,
they're going to show that says, look there, I gave you 20,000, I give you
Yep.
50. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
it's
Mhm.
good to have a firm foundation that you guys get to know each other and it's all mutual understanding between you guys can work together as one. You know what I
mm.
mean? And
Yeah,
then you can do succeed together. Even says he's rich, he respect you. He does not flaunt his money. He
Hmm.
just
mm-hmm,
do everyday things like exactly how King does it. That's why I love King, because
yeah,
King just doing it the proper
He's
way.
humble.
yeah,
Yes,
That's the
that's
yes,
word.
it.
yes, he's humble,
Mhm.
yes. And he
Mm.
wants the person to genuinely like him for himself, not
Yes.
for what he can do for them. So when you get to know somebody like that and you and them are able to make life together, it will be a plus, because whatever it is yours.
Mm-hmm.
And
Hmm.
before
Yeah.
you guys will have mutual respect and understanding for each other. So that's kind of relationship I would want.
Hmm.
And I do
Mm.
love Goldie, and by the way, and Kurt Russell.
Oh, yes, I
Yeah.
love her.
Yeah, yes, she is one of my favorite actresses of all time too.
So that's what I was saying. People in Hollywood, could use them to as an
As
example
example, yes.
because they never been married
Yeah, it's true.
and they've been
Mm-hmm.
together for over 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they got kids, they never been married, so it can work in Hollywood. If you, but number one, like you said, Sharon, you have to find the right partner for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely. You
Mm-hmm.
have to. You
Yeah.
have to build on something. As long as you're not in it for what the other
I'll be back,
person have.
guys. Hold on.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you,
Lynn.
Lee.
Yeah. Okay. Sharon, shall we read some comments?
Yes, yes. You can go
Okay.
right ahead.
Okay, Twyla said, I don't see Wayne going after Denisha because the track record has been Anthony gets with Wayne's leftover, vice versa. Listen, I don't put nothing past, but I thank you for the comment. Lydia said, Wayne said about baby 11 to test Lauren. He doesn't want to have a baby with her either. Probably, I kind of agree with you there. Stacy says, I don't think Wayne's into Lauren because Wayne knows what Lauren's after. Yeah.
Mhm.
Twilight says, I'm ready to see more Dan. Oh gosh, so am I. So am I. I can't wait. I cannot wait until I Dan. And I love, I know I like Dan in his shorts. Marion says, Charmaine, Shayla will stay in Anton Denise's storyline. Yeah, I know. Yeah, a little bit. Belinda said, oh, you've gone. Stacy
Oh,
said
Libby is the fool, she said. Belinda
oh,
said, yeah.
okay, Stacy. Okay,
Oh,
Wayne's.
sorry.
That's all right. Stacy said Tamara definitely to play with Lauren. Okay, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens. But they could go back together. They could be, but or will he keep both of them? That's another thing. Will Wayne keep both Tamara and Lauren? Yeah. Over to
Mhm.
you, Sharon.
Oh, all I know, Antoinette, it's just I'm just looking forward for the fun, the entertainment that we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna have. I just want to see what the learning lesson is
Mm-hmm.
Right.
for that they're teaching us is that
Mhm.
we're not supposed to be doing any of those things that they're doing in the skit. But the learning lesson I like with between the topic that I have here. Do you agree with the advice he gave Rone? And I actually like the advice because it's not everything you're supposed to tell. Depends on the circumstances, right? But
Mm,
I think he had to tell Sade because Pierre was a loose cannon and he has to tell her. But otherwise, from that, like says, which Amber sleeping with Wayne, I think
mm,
Amber could have just kept that to herself. Even the morning when she was getting married, she didn't have to tell Shayla, say, "Oh, I'm just leaving the Wayne bed." You know what I mean? There
Mhm.
is a lot of things that you don't have to tell anybody. You just have to keep it
you
to
would-
yourself. If you know it's wrong, you just take it to yourself and you take it to the Lord in prayer and say, "Lord, forgive me." And
mm,
if your conscience is still bothering you, you have to go
yeah,
pray on it and you tell the person and make the chip falls where it may. But there's
yeah.
certain things you do not tell. You just let sleeping dog lie. You know what I mean?
Uh, Yeah, I
Right.
definitely agree with you, Sharon. And that's where Amber made a huge mistake. She talks too much and she speaks to the
Exactly.
wrong people. Because Shayla, and look, that was Shayla's bargaining tune against
Mm-hmm.
her and Anthony. So the fact that she knew what she'd done with Wayne, she was able to share it with that. Because remember, Anthony wanted to break up with her. I think
Mhm.
after the first or second time, he said to himself, "Nah, this I can't be doing this tomorrow." And then she's saying, "Oh, you think your wife is so perfect? Yeah, I'm gonna tell you that she was with Wayne." And and I mean, I must admit that was the turning point for Anthony regarding Amber because he could not believe that, and some people really find that difficult. And then now with Dave, that's another issue, and then Amber with all the issues she's had with it, with the marriage. So yeah, but I just want to quickly go on a couple comments, Sharon. We were talking
Mm-hmm.
about relationships. A few
Mhm.
people have said normal. Okay, where is it? Okay, Stacy, she'd like to be in a normal relationship. Nancy would like to be in a normal relationship. Sabrina, normal relationship. And Stacy Harper says, my second marriage is to my childhood sweetheart. In my
Oh,
first was everything. Oh, congratulations, Stacy.
congratulations,
That sounds
darling.
really nice. That's lovely. And then Lydia says, if I knew this
God.
Lydia mentioned, if I knew the celebrity before becoming famous. Now, that's actually a good point, Lydia. I like that. If you knew the person before they became a celebrity, then potentially that could be a real good relationship because you knew them when they didn't have any money. Yeah, so that's brilliant. Yep. Okay, Sharon. Over to you. Gonna hand over to you.
Okay, and Stacey says, Sharon, exactly 100, but when you think some, yeah, bestie. All right. Thank you, guys.
Oh,
You guys are wonderful. Miss T says, welcome in, guys. Miss Nice says, Skitland has been fast but slow at the same time. They have worked the skit, but I want more Amber and Dave in the evening. Oh, that sounds good, Miss Nice. It would be nice. They are trying to do their rotation to see what sticks. So they're throwing spaghetti on the wall to
mm-hmm.
see which storyline will keep giving them the numbers, right?
Yeah,
So we will see what that does best. And you know what? We're here to review them and we're here for the entertainment. We're here for laughing. We're here for the learning that
yeah,
we'll get from them. Hi there, Dolly. How are you doing? Welcome in. Dolly says, being eventually yoked, evenly yoked would be more important than accumulating a lot of material things with a person.
yeah.
Okay, well
Brilliant.
said there.
Yeah,
Yeah. Ron was ruined like others by the writer. He need to stay away from Sade and Piari. Although if Piari get cleaned and sober, then now she and Ron are good together. Thank you, dear Lydia.
yeah.
To me,
Thank.
either one is fine with me. I like
Mm-hmm.
both ladies with him. And
Okay.
yes.
Okay. Brilliant.
Yeah, so the ladies them totally agreeing with what Lee asked.
Mm-hmm.
So that is well, was it Leah or was it
It was
Anthony asked us that question?
Lee, wasn't it? Lee asked that question.
All right, thank you, Lee, for so let we give Leah a round of applause.
Yeah,
Well done, Lee.
yeah. Can I just say,
A round of
Nancy's
applause for you.
well done.
A round of applause for Antoinette,
Yep,
Thank you.
well done.
and a round of applause for the chat, the panel.
Yep.
I
Thank
meant for
you.
the chat family.
Yep. Okay.
So we have. Oh, what you have to say for your last scene?
Okay, I just wanted to read this question and then we can sign out. Nancy was saying Denzel and Samuel Jackson, they've been with their spouses over 30 years. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
those are good marriages. Right. Over to you,
Mhm.
Sharon. Yeah.
Mhm.
What you were saying now. You wanted us to, are you planning to end now? Is that what you wanted us
Yeah,
to do?
I'm planning to end.
Okay.
It's a beautiful day in SkitLanta.
Yeah.
It's
It's a
a
beautiful
beautiful day
day.
in SkitLanta. We
Mm-hmm.
love you guys. Please
Love
like,
you.
Thank you, everybody. Have a
Have a
great
good
time.
evening.
Looking forward to seeing you all. Well, thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Antoinette. Thank you,
Thank
Lee
you.
and
Thank you.
AJ. Thank you, chat, and thank you, mods, the rest of the mods. Have a fabulous
exactly.
day.
Thank you, Matt.
Take
It was
care.
great hanging out with you. Oh, Lee's coming back up on the studio. Hi there, Lee. What you saying,
Hi.
Lee?
No, I had to go do something. Sorry.
It's okay.
That's okay. But with the live is done now. So thank you. I was giving you a shout out. Well done. You did
Okay.
an awesome job. And we will do this again tomorrow, guys, or maybe later. If anything delicious come on and it's worthy, I will do a live. Okay,
Okay.
darling?
All right.
And
Okay.
I
Thank
will
you,
send you
Sharon.
a link, Antoinette and Annette.
Thank
I
you,
mean, I
Sharon.
don't have link.
All right. Take care,
So we
everybody.
will see. All right,
Take
guys,
care,
have a
everybody.
blessed good night.
Take care. Much love. Take care.
Please like and subscribe. And
Mm,
also, please remember to
Have
hit
a
the
great.
like button on the way out.
Yes.
Have a
Yep.
good one, everybody.
Thanks, Antoinette. Yep.
Thank
Make
you.
sure you do
And
your like.
congrats again, Antoinette.